Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, we're diving into the top 5 new origins of life theories. If you're curious about how life began on Earth or how it could have originated on other planets, you are in for a treat. We've put together some of the latest and most exciting research on the subject. If you enjoy the video, please hit the subscribe and like buttons to support our channel. Let's get started. The RNA world hypothesis is a fascinating theory that has gained a lot of attention in recent years. It suggests that the first self-replicating molecules on Earth were not DNA or proteins, but RNA. RNA is a molecule that is similar to DNA because it carries genetic information, but it can catalyze chemical reactions. This means that RNA molecules can not only store information but can also help create new copies of themselves. According to the RNA world hypothesis, these self-replicating RNA molecules gradually evolved into more complex forms, eventually leading to the formation of the first living cells. Several lines of evidence support this theory, including the discovery of RNA molecules that can act as enzymes and the fact that RNA is capable of both storing genetic information and catalyzing chemical reactions. While the RNA world hypothesis is not without its critics, it remains one of the most popular and well-supported theories for the origin of life. The lipid world hypothesis is a relatively new theory that is gaining momentum in the scientific community as a potential explanation for the origin of life. This theory proposes that life may have originated from simple, self-assembling lipid structures capable of performing some functions of a living cell. Lipids are a type of organic molecule that are a major component of cell membranes and are essential for maintaining the integrity of cells and their internal environment. According to this hypothesis, the first self-assembling lipid structures would have formed in the early oceans of Earth, where various organic molecules were present. These structures could store and transfer energy, as well as the ability to selectively transport molecules across their membranes. Over time, these simple lipid structures may have evolved to become more complex, eventually giving rise to the first living cells. There is growing evidence to support the lipid world hypothesis, including the discovery of lipids that are capable of self-assembly in water, and the observation that lipids can spontaneously form into vesicles that resemble the structure of cell membranes. However, there is still much to learn about the precise mechanisms by which life may have originated from lipid structures, and the theory is not without its critics. Regardless, the lipid world hypothesis offers an intriguing alternative to the RNA world hypothesis, and both theories are actively being explored and debated by scientists around the world. The panspermia hypothesis is a provocative theory that proposes that life on Earth may have originated from extraterrestrial sources. According to this hypothesis, microorganisms or even more complex forms of life could have been transported to Earth from elsewhere in the universe, potentially on meteorites or comets. This theory is based on the idea that life could exist beyond our planet, and that it may be possible for it to be transported across vast distances in space. The concept of panspermia is not a new one. It has been discussed and debated by scientists and philosophers for centuries. However, recent advances in our understanding of the universe, including the discovery of potentially habitable exoplanets and the detection of organic molecules in space, have given new credence to this hypothesis. While the idea of life being transported across space may seem far-fetched, there are several lines of evidence to support the panspermia hypothesis. For example, experiments have shown that certain microorganisms are capable of surviving the harsh conditions of space, such as extreme temperatures, radiation, and vacuum. The bubble theory is a relatively new hypothesis that suggests the first living cells may have originated within tiny, self-contained bubbles of organic molecules. These bubbles, also known as protocells, would have provided a protective environment for the formation and evolution of life. The idea behind this theory is that the organic molecules needed for life, such as amino acids, nucleotides, and lipids, would have been present in the early oceans of Earth. These molecules would have spontaneously self-assembled into small bubbles, which would have been stabilized by the properties of the molecules themselves. The bubbles would have acted as miniature incubators, allowing for the concentration and interaction of organic molecules, and providing a barrier against the harsh external environment. Over time, the organic molecules inside the bubbles may have become more complex, forming the basis for the first living cells. According to the bubble theory, the properties of the bubbles would have allowed for the evolution of increasingly complex structures and functions, eventually leading to the diversity of life that we see today. The clay theory is a fascinating hypothesis that proposes the first living cells may have originated from the interactions between clay minerals and organic molecules. This theory suggests that clay minerals could have provided a suitable environment for the formation and evolution of the first living cells. The idea behind this theory is that the surfaces of clay minerals may have served as a template for the formation of organic molecules. The surfaces of clay minerals have a unique chemical and physical structure that may have allowed for the concentration and stabilization of organic molecules, leading to the formation of increasingly complex structures. Over time, the interactions between organic molecules and clay minerals could have led to the formation of protocells, simple, self-contained structures with the potential for replication and evolution. These protocells could have eventually evolved into the first living cells, which could then have diversified and adapted to different environments. While the clay theory is still a relatively new hypothesis, there is growing evidence to support it. Experiments have shown that clay minerals can promote the formation of organic molecules and even self-replicating structures. Additionally, the chemical and physical properties of clay minerals are similar to those of cell membranes, suggesting that clay minerals may have played an important role in the origin of life. These new origins of life theories challenge our traditional views of how life began on Earth. While each theory has its own strengths and weaknesses, they all offer new and exciting insights into the origins of life. If you're interested in learning more about the origins of life, be sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.